Welcome to day 4 already of the WonderZone, your online at-home holiday club. I'm Professor Know-It-All, and it's lovely to see that you've made it again for a 4th day. I hope you've had fun this week. We've only got one more day after day, so we really need to make the most of it. Today is moving away from chemistry and physics, and we're moving into biology today, which is the science of living things. So we'll be hearing a story all around creation and living things, and our experiment today isn't so much of an experiment as an investigation. Hello, I'm back outside again for today's experiment, but it's not so much an experiment as a little bit of an investigation. And the thing about science, if you're doing an experiment or an investigation, it might not go exactly how you want it to go. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen today. Today is all about the wonderful things that God has made in our world. All the creatures, all the plants, all the animals, and us. And how we are so important to Him. No matter how big or small the creature is, or the plant, God takes note of everything. So what we're going to look for today is some of the smallest creatures that there are. I'm going to look around my garden to see what I can find, and then I'm going to go a little bit of a way outside my house where there's a little stream and just see what I can find. But I might not find anything. That's the way science is. But I'd like to see whether you manage to find anything too when you try and have a go at your own bug hunt. So, off we go. Okay, so for today's experiment, we are outside just up the road from my house. And I'm on a little bit of a nature hunt, just to see what I can find in my area that's close to me. Now you could do this too, maybe in your garden, if you have one, or just in the street outside your house, or if you also live near the countryside, you could go up maybe into the fields. If I show you where I live, this is where the fields are. Maybe you could go for a walk too with your family to see what you could find. But let's have a look to see what wildlife or creatures we can see today. Look at those snails there, just on that rock. But they're not moving about though, are they? And you see that butterfly? Isn't it beautiful? Just flitting around, all orange and black. Let's get a little bit closer so we can really see him. Can you see him in there? Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? That butterfly. Okay, so on this flower here, we have got a honeybee. It doesn't look like a bumblebee, not big and fat and yellow and black. But that will be collecting nectar so we can turn it into honey. Look at that. Wow, look at the black and yellow on him. He's amazing, isn't he? Just amazing. Now this here is a spider's web, and right there in the middle is the spider. She's just waiting, isn't she, for something to land on her web so that she can catch it. You have to be very quiet if you're bug hunting like I am, and it can take quite a long time before you actually see something. But wow, look at her. Look, white butterflies. So, like I said, you never know what you're going to find. Woodlice are certainly very abundant and popular in the area where I live, probably because there's such a lot of wood. But we did manage to see a butterfly, if only for not very long, and some buzzy bees, and a wasp hornet thing, and a spider in its web. And we also saw the incredibly dangerous Black Panther of Dursley.
Today's Bible reading is from one of the Psalms, one of the songs or poems that we find in the Bible. And this is definitely my favourite. It's Psalm 139. And in this wonderful psalm, the writer tells God how amazing God is, and how amazing it is that God made each and every one of us to be unique, and how God knows everything there is to know about us, how God even knows how many hairs we have on our heads. How amazing is that God knows all about us and has made us, each and every one of us, to be unique. Lord, you have examined me. You know all about me. You know when I sit down and when I get up. You know my thoughts before I think them. You know where I go and where I lie down. You know well everything I do. Lord, even before I say a word, you already know what I am going to say. You are all around me, in front and in back. You have put your hand on me. Your knowledge is amazing to me. It is more than I can understand. Where can I go to get away from your spirit? Where can I run from you? If I go up to the skies, you are there. If I lie down where the dead are, you are there also. If I rise with the sun in the east and settle in the west beyond the sea, even there you would guide me. With your right hand you would hold me. I could say, the darkness will hide me. The light around me will turn into night. But even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is as light as the day. Darkness and light are the same to you. You have made my whole being. You formed me in my mother's body. I praise you because you made me in an amazing and wonderful way. What you have done is wonderful. I know this very well. You saw my bones being formed as I took shape in my mother's body. When I was put together there, you saw my body as it was formed. All the days planned for me were written in your book before I was 1 day old. God, your thoughts are precious to me. There are so many. If I could count them, they would be more than all the grains of sand. When I wake up, I am still with you.
Thank you, Professor Michael. I did like the little Lego figures, did you? I thought they were quite fun. So, now it's time, as it has been all week, to go and witness the chaos that is Dr. Abstract's lab. Oh, hi! Welcome back to my studio. Even though Professor Know-It-All insists on calling it a lab. It's not, is it? It's a studio because we make art when we're here. Yes, we do. So as you can see, I have my rainbow picture from yesterday. Look at my bookmark. I wonder if any of you managed any of those yesterday. I wonder. And my planets are still there. And my explosion art. Now today, you had that super story from that lovely Professor Michael, didn't you? And it was all around God looking after every living thing, no matter how small. No matter how small or insignificant it may feel, it is. He's even us, and we are quite small, some of us, and insignificant. Anyway, then Professor Know-It-All went on that book hunt, didn't he? Didn't like the snails very much, and that spider, it must have been like that big. They are quite beautiful when you see them close up there, aren't they? And the infamous Black Panther. Oh my goodness me, that would be scary on a dark night, wouldn't it? Anyway, we're going to make something today that flies like some of those insects that you saw on the book hunt today. Now, some of you might have a little kit that looks a bit like this when you put it together. And as you can see, I've slid the wings in just so you can see how to put it together like that. And then the antenna. Now, you might have a butterfly one or a ladybug one, that's up to you. But what I would probably do if I were you is decorate it first. It's going to be a little bit tricky to do the colouring if you don't do the colouring in first. So you could use the wax crayons, or you could use paint, or you could use felt tip. That's entirely up to you. But I just thought I'd show you that's how it fits together. But if you wanted to make something extra to that, or you don't have something like that, I thought we'd make something together that flies too. So I've got a piece of paper here like this, and I'm just going to decorate it just really quick art today with my crayons that are in my special box. So here I go. I've got some orange. I'm being ever so quick. Now you'll be really careful, won't you? Because I know how super talented you all are. So you might want to decorate yours with sparks or maybe stripes, like a wasp or a buzzy bee, or you might want to do just any colours you like. Now, can you see I've just scribbled really? I've just scribbled really. That's actually a proper art term, scribble. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold it in half so you can see the picture that I've done on the outside. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it out and I'm going to fold this corner down to here. I'm going to do that now. Now this is kind of like origami, which by the way I'm a black belt in, because I'm not, or am I? And then I'm going to fold the other end in. Origami is the Japanese art of paper folding. It is. There we go. So I folded it like that, okay? We've got a little bit of a point and we've still got the picture on me outside. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this point here into the middle. I'll just show you. Can you see that now? It goes in like that. And we do the same on the other side. I bet some of you know what we're making that's going to fly, don't you? Don't think it'll fly as well as the insects outside there, will it? But it might do, you never know. And then it looks like that. And now we're going to fold it in half. So the folds that you did before with the corners are on the inside. So it looks like this. Okay? And then I'm going to fold the other ends downwards that I'm going to show you now. So they were like that and I've gone down like that. They were like that and I've gone down like that. So this is my kit with the plastic on the end and it flies like this. That was me making the noise just in case you weren't sure. And this is my other flyer. Amazing. Now, we've only got one more day after today, so I do hope you have a lovely afternoon or whenever you're watching me, and I'll see you next time for more art. Bye! And there we are. Time goes so quickly. It's the end of day 4. So only one more day to go after today. So I hope I get to see you tomorrow. Have a lovely, lovely rest of the day. Have a good hunt round to see what living things you can find. And I'll see you tomorrow when we make more discoveries in the Wonder Zone.